whisper ramble, some hair brushing, some mic fluffing, some brushing, and just whatever triggers we come up with along the way. But yeah, thank you so much for subscribing. Really grateful. Please make sure you check out all the videos. I mentioned earlier that I may be taking a season break from the true crime series just during the summer. I did mention that I typically don't have the desire to create content like ASMR content in the same way during sunnier days, and spring has sprung, guys. Spring has definitely sprung, so it's alternating between cloudy days and rainy days. Today's Easter Sunday. It was a sunny day, but I'm still here creating, so it's not like you're not gonna get anything from me. I'm just having to be a lot more intentional, making sure that there's at least one video a week, so creating stuff ahead of time and things like that. I'm excited about 500 subscribers because it gives me a community tab. The community tab will come a little bit later, so I think they said it comes after about a week or two, so it will at least allow me to let you guys know what videos are dropping and things like that, so that you can see the thumbnails and premieres and stuff before it actually happens. But I hope I'm not talking too fast. If I am, just know that it's gonna be over. I'm barely gonna talk during this video. I have an inaudible whisper scheduled for this week, so that's the video you're gonna get. I know I was dropping videos on true crimes on Thursdays. Sorry, I know I was dropping true crimes on Thursdays, but since I'm no longer dropping a lot of true crimes, you're gonna get the Wednesday afternoon drops, depending with where you are in the world. It's gonna be Wednesday afternoon. That's when the videos are gonna come, and I just hope that you enjoy that. Inaudible whisper. It's not very long. I'm not sure what happened. I think it was because I did it after I'd done another video, so I was a little bit tired, so I couldn't make it super long. So today I'm here compensating for that, celebrating 500 subscribers and doing a full 1 hour video. It's late at night. It's not super late, but yeah, it's late. And I am here recording, and I'm hoping that the background noise is gonna be so quiet and you're gonna enjoy it. So this is an old wig of mine. I only really got to wear it just a little bit, and I don't think I'll be wearing it much. Sorry for that. Got my little brush from Dollar Tree. It's already fading off. I don't buy very expensive brushes. I've tried, but it's not worth it. So yeah, so it's a synthetic wig. So if you know about wigs, then well, here's a little lesson. It's a synthetic wig, so it tangles up a lot more than a human hair wig. So I tend to not wear it as often, but it was my first ever wig with bangs, and I used to wear it a little bit earlier in the channel. So yeah. So I'm here just detangling it and brushing it out. ASMR video is that you kind of have to give people time to drift into sleep. I don't know, like the moments when I love the background noise and the soothing sounds and things like that. But then the moments of stillness that are just like very soft spoken or very quiet, I tend to fall asleep right there. And so I'm just creating something similar for you, with hopefully maintaining a rhythm right here with the hair. So beautiful. I've never had the pleasure of really doing somebody's hair, and my hair cannot take this much brushing. You know how brushing tends to calm people down and everything, but my hair, that's the thing about black girl hair, is even though it shows so much versatility and it's often seen as a symbol of strength, it is a fragile, very, very fragile, more fragile than people think. And so you can't brush it endlessly, incessantly, no matter how much the desire is there. The only thing that people do is like scalp massages, just really just take a moment to just sink your hair in and just that desire to just get into the scalp and just massage, but I love that feeling. I love getting my hair washed. I love the scalp massage. I love the temple massage. It just happens. It's just so nice and refreshing. And of course, sometimes nobody can say that they hate going through anybody's hair, no matter the texture. I love all textures. Just love sinking hands in there and touching somebody's scalp. Rude. Don't touch people's hair without asking. Don't root people or scalp people without asking. Leave that to like professionals, you know. Sorry, just had to fix up my wig stand. Just make sure you guys can. dark. I drank coffee. I don't like it. But I needed to get through the last part of the day. I didn't have the energy. I'm obviously gonna regret it because I'm gonna be up until like 2 or 3 a.m. don't want to set my phone up on a higher tripod so that you know what, I can actually move my mic down. Hold on. Don't know how much of a difference this is gonna make to the angle, but is that better? Plucking here. There's a few about plucking and loving. Tilt it up. And I brought my brush back. It is my powder brush, which I need to buy a new powder for myself. It's got a little bit of color on the bristles because of my makeup, my foundation, my concealer, everything that I wear that makes everything a little bit brown to match my skin tone. Just brown. Brush. Take these off now. I hope you like that. I hope you like them. We can brush them down. Brush them down like we're doing a forensic investigation. Like little faves, but yeah. Brush. You brush sweep it away. This color pink is one of my favorite colors of pink. It's like a blush pink. Okay. Now we brush the mic. I want to just do some we're gonna do some ear to ear on the other side, okay? Just some ear to ear whispering. I'm gonna do some ear to ear whispering. Just some ear to ear whispering. I don't typically do that trigger because the whole moving around the mic thing and doing a little bit of right, a little bit of left, it's really, really hard to keep track with and to remember exactly companies do more than what your company does, and most companies do this thing where they match you. That means if you put 1% of your income, they'll match you 1%. If you put 2%, they'll put you 2%, and they'll match you to a certain percentage, and you can go beyond that percentage, but they won't match you. So let's say your company says we match up to 2% of your income. You put 2%, they put 2%. That means ultimately you're putting a sum that's 4% of your income, and they match you, but you can go above that. Okay, very good route to building some wealth. The only thing is that there are penalties for pulling it out. There is one type of 401k that I can talk about. Don't know if it's called a 401k, but Roth IRA. This is basically non-tax dollars. They tax it as it goes in, so that when it's coming out, you don't have to pay any tax. Which is good because you don't lose money to tax at a time when you don't have any more increasing income, which is after however many years. When you're now in your using your retirement fund, the Roth IRA was created for people who don't have traditional employment and have to kind of self-employed people. They have to kind of create their own retirement funds, so they get to put in a maximum amount of a certain amount every year, and it's based on income and age. So that's it for that. Okay, so that's that system. Then there's a system of credit. Basically, they track your spending, track your income using, let's call it an ID number, and then they will decide if you qualify for credit based on your debt, credit to based on your income, and then eventually after that, at that point, based on your debt, potential credit to debt ratio, and then basically how much you borrow versus how much you owe, and then how much you're paying off and how you're doing. They do this thing called a credit score. If you've got a good credit score, you can most probably get debt, but the credit scores seep into all other parts of your life, including renting and things like that don't really have anything to do with credit, so to speak. Yeah, and it really does determine how much you can borrow. Totally, most certainly determines how much you can borrow, what you can borrow at what time, and there's so many things that affect your credit, including not paying bills on time. That's a big one. And then also having bills that you've never honored, debts you've never honored, and then also how much you owe versus how much you can borrow. I'm sure there's so many other things, and there are different type of credit bureaus and things like that, but all of that is not important. So those are just two of the major systems that some people don't understand. A lot of people think, oh, personal loans and stuff. Personal loans are different. You can definitely get those, but most people here, they deal with credit card debt, student loan debt, car note debt, and mortgage debt. And there's a huge student loan crisis. Yeah. Most people are not able to pay back what they borrowed for school because they're not earning enough. And most people are then able to not make major house purchases because they're not yet done paying off what they owe for school. So yeah. And one of the funny things about borrowing in this country This is one of my favorite kimonos slash covers for the summer. Just so protective from the sun and long and comfortable. Doesn't really provide a lot of sound, does it? Beautiful orange color. I got it from Forever 21. Always surprised that was such a good find. It was a little bit pricey for Forever 21 item, but it was such a good find. It was definitely worth it. There's a lot of laundry behind me, but I wanted to show you that I've got a very warm, thick blanket with me right here. It's a throw, but yeah, I use it so much in the winter time, and I'm just so grateful to have it wrapped around me, keeping the lower bottom of my body warm. It's going to be a little bit chilly these next few days. Oops, that's one thing about making ASMR content, is that you end up getting sleepy too, especially if it's at night. Something to moisturize my lips. The weird smell you do. You're trying to make sure your lips are fully moisturized. It's a little bit better. There we go. It's got a little bit of a tingling sensation with the bleeding. Doesn't it have? Do you guys want some gum chewing with this? I'm just gonna add it. Gonna add some gum chewing to this, and I'm gonna chew less gum than last time. I don't know, I felt like last time I got carried away. And I had more than one strip of gum, and I just felt like that was too much. I told you guys that one of my deepest desires is to have 1,000 subscribers, that I can start doing live streams. I just think that style of like just whisper ramble in the live stream would be my cup of tea. And one of my favorite subscribers does. Her name is Cheryl ASMR. She's based in the UK. She does lovely 1 hour long live streams, and she does them in soft spoken and in whisper. I obviously love whisper the most. I love a soft spoken as a storytelling, not story time, but I don't know. Some people do a soft spoken that I love. One of my favorite videos is the soft spoken, and it's when she shares her experience of going to Egypt. One thing I enjoy also, I just want to say something about watching back my own ASMR moments that I can tell that because we say baba na mama na. No, we don't say baba na mai, we say mama na daddy, which is like a westernization almost of the terms, or at least we've picked from other languages. That is my, oh, just to be clear, Shona is my native language. I speak two dialects that I have grouped into one, and it's my, Shona is my native language, the Zimbabwean, but it's not the Zimbabwean, only Zimbabwean native languages. There is Ndebele, there is Chindao, there's Chimanyika, which falls under Shona. There is Chikore Kore. There is Bemba. There is Chichangani. I'm not sure what the name of the language is. It might have a different name sometimes. There's Chivenda. Or, yeah, Chivenda is what I would say, but I think it's Chivenda. I'm not sure. I think there's also Kalanga. Maybe bits of Tswana. There's Xhosa. What else? A little bit of Bemba. Oh, Tonga, huge language. Can't believe I even wasn't about to mention that. Chitonga. I'm sure there's more, so many more. Among Shona dialects, it just says Suruchi, Chikaranga, Chivitori, which is like Chikaranga-ish. I'm not sure what the difference are. There's a bit of Chinyanja, or Chichewa is what they would say. I'm not sure if there's any Soto in Zimbabwe. Might be. Yeah. Some of the dialects I know. I believe there's more, but I just don't know all of them. There's something called Chitoko, I think. That's what I know. That's what I know. So some of the native languages. And they cross over into other borders. Zimbabwe is landlocked, so we have the most neighbors in the Southern African region. I think maybe we might have the most. We have a little bit of Namibia, and then Zambia, Mozambique, South Africa, and Botswana. Not sure how many countries South Africa neighbors, but they also have Swaziland, Eswatini, the Kingdom of Eswatini, and Lesotho within them. A little bit of geography of where I come from. Sorry about the police officers. I hope you guys can't hear them. Oh, police officers, fire trucks. I was trying to see if I can blow a bubble. No, this camera's not gonna work for that. Okay. I might end up taking all these time stops because I don't want you guys to feel like gestures, some triggers. I might rearrange them afterwards, but for now, just gonna pat. Skincare routine in. Do you have a nighttime skincare routine? You gotta pat the product into your skin, don't rub it. Pat. Pat the product into your skin. Don't rub, no rub, just pat. Cute button nose, cute button nose, cute button nose, cute. So yeah. We're gonna stop for a little while. Oh my god, I hope that. Hold on. I'm gonna do a bit of a whisper ramble just to kill it off. I guess some hot topics over the weekend. This weekend was the whole cheating rumor. ASAP cheating on Rihanna. Not true. Not true. The girl was accused of being caught in the thing. She came out, and the blogger who started the rumor came out and said, nah, if you are maybe African, Tanzanian, you are the story about the girl, her name is Zainab, who was I don't want to go into the deal, so she had a horrible experience. Not like she didn't have fun, but like a real horrible experience where she traveled to Zanzibar. It kind of trended on my social medias a little bit. Did you guys watch The Ultimatum? I watched it. Okay. I am one of those people who doesn't like reality TV. Not like I don't like it, but I don't consume it that much. But if it goes all the way to like really, really trash, I really like it. And if it's really, really good, I really, really like it. The in the middle stuff is confusing. So the more weird reality TV is, sometimes the more I enjoy it, which is very weird. Though I didn't watch like the Carol Baskin stuff, Tiger King, whatever. I didn't watch it, but I am more likely to watch The Ultimatum before watching something more traditional reality like The Kardashians, and I'm more likely to watch 90 Day Fiance. was the spring game. Missed the whole game. Was having so much fun pre-gaming. We missed the game. We thought it was going to be longer. It wasn't. So clearly a bunch of people know nothing about football. We're intending to go and watch football. I mean, I know about the game, but I don't follow the seasons and things like that in detail. So yeah, that was that. I am definitely feeling the urge to summer shop. I'm one of those boys that have summer clothes and very few winter clothes. I think everybody has favorite seasons and they shop for those. I know some people are such fall people, so they have like a bunch of fall clothes, fall boots, fall sweaters, fall coats, and then they have not much of anything else. I think I'm a spring summer kind of girl. I do want a pair of combat boots eventually, so whatever. What else do I want to tell you guys? It's really, really hard to do organized whisper ramble. Obviously, if I'm giving you an opinion or something, it's so much easier. But I don't really have anything on the forefront of my brain. I want you guys to recommend something for me to watch. I like rom-coms. That's it. I like rom-coms, comedies. I don't like romantic dramas. No, not that. Not do anything serious and heartfelt and too real. Except if it's Virgin River or something like that. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, I like that show on Netflix. I have Netflix, I have Hulu. I'm most likely going to watch a Netflix show before I watch a Hulu show because I have to, yeah. And then I did manage to finish. I think I did manage to finish the Kardashians interview, first episode or whatever. I don't know. I think what else happened during the weekend on topics. There's always something going on, but I can't keep up with everything, you guys. I just go to Twitter. That's where I find most of the crazy things that happen in life. But I have to give kudos to Rihanna. She's been looking very beautiful pregnant. She's been wearing her pregnancy and enjoying the second trimester so much. And I think I know that most boys have such good second trimesters, and I'm hoping that whenever I get pregnant, I will really take advantage and enjoy my second trimester and do a lot of things during the second trimester. It's only, it's only 3 months. So yeah. But I don't think I'm yet ready to really start a family. So grateful to have a partner, but I think I can wait it out for a year or two. That's it. Yeah. Okay, I am more sleepy than you at this point. What do you guys think? Let's call it a night. Let's call it a night. We're definitely celebrating. I'm so glad I wasn't drinking anything. I didn't really have anything to drink, like an alcoholic drink. I had mimosas at Easter brunch, of course. But yeah, that's about it. I didn't really feel like drinking. I told you guys I drank coffee, and I'm glad the coffee is finally wearing off to the point where I can say I'm sleeping. Hit me, baby, one more time. Oh, Brittany's expecting a baby. That's exciting, right? Just hoping that, health and mental health remains a number one priority. Obviously she's gonna be carrying a baby, so it's all these things, but you always wish would have healthy mothers, healthy babies. I have a few friends who've had babies recently, and it's lovely. needless to say, they are ruined. So